Hi, I'm Blake, and I'm going to be going through the new skin compensation plan enhancements here today for you. So there's really four different ways that you're paid as a new skin distributor here with the new velocity compensation plan enhancements. There's the retail side, the sharing bonus, the building bonus, and the leading bonus. And I'm going to go through and break down each of these for you here in this video. The important things to mention is that the retail and share bonus are paid out daily, the building bonus is paid out weekly, and the lead bonus is paid out monthly. The way that this looks is here in this slide. You can kind of get a general overview. And my goal is that by the end of this presentation, you'll be able to look at this and have it make sense. So first, we're going to jump into the sharing bonus. So the sharing part of the plan. So the sharing part of the plan is broken down into two different bonuses or two different ways that you're paid. First is the probably most straightforward, which is the retail side of things. So as you yourself become a brand representative with Nu Skin, you earn the right to member pricing. And as you actually go and directly sell product to consumers, you get to keep the difference between the retail price and the member pricing. So here's kind of an illustration of how that looks. Up in the top left there, if the member price is $20 and the retail price is $25, you keep the $5 of retail markup. On the right side there, you'll see the other way that you can also earn that retail markup. If you have a customer that wants to become a preferred customer or sign up for an account that they can shop themselves, then it's paid out the same way. You still get to the difference between the member price and the retail price, but you also are given something called a sharing bonus. The sharing bonus is something that's paid out to whoever actually is the direct person that sponsors the person that purchases the product. And it's also going to be a little bit more convenient for that person to be able to shop on their own. To break down the sharing bonus a little bit more for you, you as a person go out and register a new customer. That new customer goes out and purchases a product. The whole Nu Skin product portfolio is going to have a sharing bonus attached that's anywhere from about 5 to 20% of the cost of the product. That will be direct deposited to you, to your account that's actually part and tied to your Nu Skin account. The sales leaders, that people that qualify as what's called a sales leader, are actually going to be able to keep that sharing bonus for their own personal purchases. And if you are not yet a sales leader, then the sharing bonus will be paid out to the direct sponsor. So jumping into the build section, which is the second of the three ways that you're paid out, this is where you actually start to build and accrue your own customers and other sales leaders that are, or qualifying sales leaders that are trying to progress in the compensation plan themselves. The kind of three key terms to know here with the build plan is first, sales volume, which is a point system that's used to compare the relative value of products. There's building blocks, and then there's also sharing blocks. A building block is 500 points of sales volume from anywhere within your group. A sharing block is 500 points of sales volume from your personally sponsored and registered customers, distributors, and qualifying sales leaders. To become a sales leader, you need to first develop a group. A group is made up of those three things that I mentioned before: registered customers, certified or qualifying sales leaders, and other distributors of product. The first thing that you need to do is accrue some people, get some people that are using and distributing the product, submit a letter that says to Nu Skin that you want to become a certified sales leader. And then second, you start to complete building blocks. You have 6 months, so 6 consecutive months to complete 12 building blocks. 12 building blocks that are made up of at least 4 sharing blocks. So sharing blocks are the people that you personally sponsor that are registered customers, distributors, or qualifying sales leaders. And in order to count the volume or count the blocks from each of these months, you need to do at least 2 building blocks. So there's an example laid out there of someone qualifying. They do 3 the first month, 4 the second month, and then 5 in the third month for a total of 12. And you can see that there was 2 sharing blocks the first month, 1 in the second month, and 1 in the third month. So this would be someone that became a new sales leader. Finally, as you become a sales leader, you also need to maintain your sales leader status by doing at least 4 building blocks. None of these blocks need to be sharing blocks for maintenance. They just need to be building blocks. The way that the building bonus works and is paid out is a weekly schedule. So it's the 1st through the 7th, the 8th through the 14th, and the 15th through the 21st, and then finally the 22nd to the end of the month. As you accrue more building blocks in a given month period, or a weekly period as these are paid out, you'll be paid out at a higher percentage according to the number of blocks that you've accomplished that month. So as you see, the first 2 blocks are worth 5%, the second is worth 10, so on and so forth. So to kind of make that a little bit clearer and show what type of a percentage that's actually paid out on, the first block that you complete in a month would be 500 points of volume. You're paid out at 5%, which is $25 of commission. As you start to complete more of those blocks, you'll be paid at a higher percentage for the 500 point block. So you can see that this scales all the way up to the point where eventually you're being paid out at 40%, and the commissions are there that are laid out on that as well. So as you continue to accomplish more and more blocks here in the build part of the plan, you'll be paid a very good percentage as you continue to increase in the number of blocks that you're doing per month. So jumping here into the lead bonus, as you have started to get your own registered customers, your own sales leaders, and they become certified sales leaders as well and qualify and go through that process, you're also paid a percentage on the volume within those sales leaders' teams. So here's how that's broken down and determined. So first, if you do at least 6 blocks within a 1-month period, then you'll be paid out either 10% or 5% as the leading bonus. 10% of either your first generation of sales leaders and all of their people in their team, or 5% up to 6 generations deep. If you only do 4 to 5, so you maintain with at least 4, if you only do 4 to 5, then you'll be paid out 2.5% on up to 6 generations deep of sales leaders. The way that this is determined, so the number of generations that you're paid deep is determined by the number of generation or first generation sales leaders that you've created. So to jump back here and explain, each of these teams, so each of these generation 1 sales leaders could have hundreds or even thousands of customers and other certified sales or other qualifying sales leaders in their groups, and you'll be paid on a percentage of all of that up to 10% or anywhere from 2.5 to 10%. The way that these titles or the amount of generations deep that you're paid on sales leaders is determined is based on the number of G1 sales leaders and number of leadership teams that you've created. So for example, if you yourself have become a sales leader, and then you have sponsored someone that's also become a sales leader, you'll be called a gold partner, which is that first title up there in the top left. You're paid 1 generation deep, so you'll be paid on your sales leader and their volume as well, and your average monthly income will be about $629 a month. As you look down and this continues to grow and you continue to create new first generation sales leaders, you'll be paid deeper and deeper into your organization. The way that the place that this changes is at the Emerald Director. So you have created 4 front level sales leaders, and you also have 1 leadership team. A leadership team is determined by the overall volume within the sales leader's entire organization. So if you've created 4 first generation sales leaders and you have 1 of those teams doing at least 10,000 points of volume within the whole organization, 6 generations deep, then you will become an Emerald Director and be paid 4 generations deep. This continues all the way down until you become a Team Elite or a Presidential Director, which is 6 front level sales leaders with 4 leadership teams, one of which does 10,000, then 20, then 30, and 40. So you have 4 leadership teams that are each doing at least 10, 20, 30, and 40,000 points of volume. You can see the monthly incomes there as they continue to go up, and you can kind of address and determine where you need to be and where you need to fit. The best part of this is that this is just the leading bonus. You're also paid the share bonus, the retail commission, the build bonus, and the lead bonus. So this is just the monthly incomes from the leading bonus. You'll also receive your building bonus and your sharing bonus in addition to this. So finally, I hope that this makes sense. I hope that this slide now makes a little bit more sense as you read through it and as you progress through. It's really important to mention that you can really determine and choose where you want to fit within the Nu Skin compensation plan. If you have additional questions, please reach out to the person that shared this video with you. And I hope that you will have all the success that you can with the new Nu Skin compensation plan enhancements. Thanks.